Let's program one final Turing machine. We're given a binary string, and we want to accept if it has an equal number of zeros and ones, and reject otherwise. This is going to be an exercise, but I'll recommend a strategy that leads to a relatively small number of states. Starting from the initial configuration, we'll accept if the current symbol is blank. An empty string has a balanced number of zeros and ones. Again, because this is an exercise, we'll use the character B instead of the square cup to indicate blank. And if the current symbol isn't blank, then we can replace it with a blank. Now, if that old symbol was a 1, then we move right until we encounter the next 1, and we'll change it to an X. And in fact, if we find a 0, we go hunting for a 1. And if we find a 1, then we want to go hunting for the matching 0. These have the effect of canceling each other out, essentially. If we don't find a match for whichever symbol we found here, then we reject. We found the blank, that means we reached the end of the string. If we did find a match, however, then we need to rewind to the next blank. That would be the one that we overwrote here, and change that to X to indicate that we've crossed it off. Then we move right past all the X's, and then we're ready to repeat, either finding a 0 or 1, and then hunting for its match. Let's consider the sequence of tape values for the example input 00101. First, we blank out the first entry, and then we go looking for a 1 to match that 0. Once that is found, we rewind the tape and mark off this blank here. And then we step forward until the next X'd out symbol. That's a 0, so we cross it off with a blank. And then we go look for a 1 to cancel it out. And we find 1 here. Then we rewind back to the blank, cross it out, and then advance to the next uncrossed character. We find this 0, blank it out, and then we go looking for a 1. But we don't find 1, so we reject. This string is imbalanced. You may use this strategy or one of your own to construct a Turing machine that decides this language. Good luck.